and welcome back to the Late Night GAG. Tonight we have been discussing and paying tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So we're going to go back to the topic at hand that we were just discussing before we went on break, which was relationships. We all know Dr. King and his lovely, beautiful wife, Loretta Scott King, joyed in a great and bonded marriage. They were both self-driven people who believed in having equal rights and had three beautiful, beautiful children who still live today, who are still carrying on his legacy and showing us. Really? The daughter did pass. She passed away, I think, last year sometime recently.
She's gone. She's not
okay, rest in peace with her. I know the wife also died last year sometime, Miss Loretta Scott King, who was a great advocate to the community after her husband had passed. But like I said, they had a great bonded relationship. And they were one accord. They were always on one accord.
Since we speak about relationships, whatever happened to strong relationships? What happened to them?
Strong relationships went out with the mystery. Nowadays, people feel like it's everybody's business to let the world know what's going on in their relationships, and it really seems like everybody feels like they have to put their relationship, they have to make it known, and they do all of that. And some of the strongest relationships, in my opinion, are those ones that are very private. For example, Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage. We didn't see that coming. And their relationship is actually still successful to this day. I'm not jinxing them. I mean, who knows what happens from now. But for the most part, from what it looks like, they have a great relationship. Even Dr. and Coretta. We didn't hear about no drama between them. I'm sure it was drama. Marriage, for as long as it is, it has its shares up and down. But, it wasn't.
It wasn't really drama. She was scared a lot for her husband as he was on the road traveling and doing his civil rights. He had started the civil rights movement, and him and some great men who worked under him got together and did things around the community and boycotts and different things like that. And she was really scared of what would happen to her husband. She never knew
for good reason.
For good reason, because she loves her husband. So we don't have that today. Like you're right. Like we don't know what's going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce because they had a private marriage. They have a private marriage.
They're very private.
Nick and Mariah.
Right.
They're very private.
The people that stay together, you don't know what's going on. I think that in the gay world, we sometimes feel like we have to tell everybody what's going on between us and our boyfriends, or we got to go to the club to make statements, or it's really more so about the show than it is about the genuine relationship of the love.
So you think some people actually use their relationship like as a trophy relationship
and
not as just something genuine?
Some people do.
Of course, because a lot of people seek attention, and what better way if I'm not getting enough attention on my own? Of course, maybe me and my lover can get attention together, or what we both just like attention. We use each other, we feed off each other to
gain that attention.
And that might not be a bad necessarily bad grounds to build a relationship upon, but you have to take time and know why you're trying to build it. First of all, you have to build a relationship. A relationship is not something you can just jump into and think it's just gonna work. You have to build a relationship. You have to take time to get to know that person, know what they want out of life, and see if that's in perspective to what you want out of life, and see if you all are gonna work together for the long run. People don't do that nowadays. Everybody just wants to hook up and have, and then try to force a relationship to happen, and that just doesn't work.
Well, we all face different relationship values.
Right.
Many of us look for different things as far as a relationship and how we can build that relationship and where it could actually go. So, what are some of the things that you feel that is important as far as having a successful relationship?
I feel that just having that trust of your companion or your partner or your friend, whatever it may be at the time, until y'all get to that point in life, y'all, okay, we are together, we are committed to this. I think it's just you have to have trust. You have to make sure that y'all both on the same level, that y'all both like the same things, or y'all both have goals that y'all want to set to reach together, or things that y'all want to do together.
I think that's a very valuable point when you say goals. Some people actually cannot say they have goals until they actually meet somebody, and the other person brings out the best in them.
And that's a great thing sometimes. That can be, it can be for the greater, or it can be for the worse. But I believe that it's always to have someone who will give you that extra push,
that motivation,
and say, baby, oh, here I am. Oh, I got you. I'm going to make sure you get what you need, and I'm going to make sure I have what we need. So we're going to have what we need together. And you have people who are like that.
How do you feel about that? And like, with you approaching a relationship, do you tend to be the person that brings something to the table, or you're the one that sits back and see what can be brought to the table and you go off of that feed?
Of course, I'm always gonna listen since I'm just the kind of person that I am. I'm always gonna have something to bring to the table, and me now, the person I am now, I'm not gonna be with someone who does not have anything to bring to the table. But I mean, you can say have things to bring to the table, but those things go, you know, in so many different categories because my longest relationship was probably my first relationship, which honestly, that's somebody I probably should not have been with. But and that person was smart. That person was at the time actually could have been in the NFL by now, you know, and that person was financially okay. That person did do providing, and in certain ways he did help me, but in other ways he was horrible to be with. He was very.
So you're basically saying that if you're not if the person you with can't help you, can't be together.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying.
Cause when you say bring things to the table, that's basically you have to. I gotta eat sometimes. I need you to buy me clothes. I need you to pay this
It's not
sometimes.
about
No, not
buying.
necessarily. When I journalized the question said bring something to the table, I mean what can you offer
Like
as far
this
as for
person
yourself?
this person did have things that he offered me, such as he offered, he helped me. It was times he was able to help me with my homework.
Okay.
He was able to we were able to
Just
work
a
out
small
together.
thing.
He was able to
That's
do
what I'm
things
trying to
for
see.
me or whatever.
Because
But
some
at the
people
same,
can offer their wisdom.
so yeah, he
They
offered
can,
it to me.
some people offer
But
different things. It doesn't have to be anything materialistic. It can be something that's free.
Okay.
You can offer your voice,
right,
your attention.
he offered things. Though.
Little things count in relationships.
He came with
But
things.
when you offer all those things, and that person doesn't offer them back to you, how does that make you feel?
It's so many ways that you can take that. It actually depends on the situation. Some of us don't is not easily heartbroken as well as others.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us take stuff differently. That can be as far as they're scared. If they're not genuinely giving it back to you right then and there, it's just a blockage there. It's something that makes you want to be able to get inside their soul and get you closer to them, to be able to feed off them and so y'all can always be hand in hand. Everybody doesn't transpire the same way.
Okay.
I love different from how you love. You might love different from how I love. We don't all love the same. And a person you meet, their love can be different from the way you love. But it takes time, communication, trust to actually find out if y'all love can be compatible to one another.
And something, honesty too, because we would look at a relationship and say, oh well, there should be no cheating going on, or there should be none of this going on, there should be none of that. But if that's what you like, or if that's what you're interested in seeking in a relationship, then who am I? To
What?
judge that, because there are people in this world who will be faithful and who seek other companions that are faithful. Then there are people in this world who know they can't be faithful.
But you know what? It
And
takes
they
time
seek
to realize that.
people who
You don't
can't
know
be faithful.
that the best relationship you have until it's actually gone. You don't realize that. It's some things that you have to sit and think about, and then it dawns on you later because it happened for that reason. You was like, well, really, what was I thinking? Some of us tend to go out and cheat because we want to find is there something else out there. And once we go out and do that, the other thing we went out there for, it doesn't please us as well as the person that we with. So we're like, well, maybe this person is really for me. Some of us typical to do that just because it's like, well, let me make sure if this person really is for me. Make sure I can give them my heart, my attention, my soul.
What do you feel when you've done all that you can do for that person, and they just left you high and dry to go find out what they wanted to experience?
I feel
and then they come back.
I feel like
Let me tell you.
I feel like bye.
Because I'm going to just be honest.
You don't know my answer.
I have put my heart into someone who I can say they put their heart there too, but they put half of their heart there, not their whole heart.
No, let me tell you something. In this relationship game, because it's a game. If you think about it, it's a game.
It's not a game.
It's a win-lose situation with your heart.
It's not.
You cannot get half of your heart to somebody. You need to give them your whole heart if you're going to give it to them.
It was coming slowly, but it just wasn't there like mine was.
See,
maybe I was moving too fast.
You easily gave out your heart to that person instead of sitting back
and
and evaluating to see if your heart
was any